Hi everybody from TechnoLost and welcome to this focus dedicated on the gaming performance for this HTC One. Well, these are the games we gonna see into this focus. Just a few info. As you can see, the Need for Speed Most Wanted is missing. This is not because I don't want to try it, but just because actually it's not, signed as compatible with the HTC One, which is really strange if you do consider that the games it's perfectly working on the Galaxy S4, which is at least in its international version, which is 9505, has the same hardware architecture of this HTC One. So let's start the first game of the set, which is the Asphalt 7. Of course, we will see the game running on this HTC One, and just few info on this game. This is a GameLoft game, and GameLoft stated about a few days ago, that it want to optimize its most important games for the Galaxy S4 international hardware platform, which means that maybe we could have some joy even for this HTC One, which has the same hardware platform too. So in the meanwhile, let's see how does it behave with this Asphalt 7. Asphalt 7, is a very good looking game, at least not on par, for my humble opinion, with games like Need for Speed Most Wanted or Rear Racing 3, because we have less detailed textures and less detailed 3D model for what concerns cars, for instance. So nevertheless, running on this gorgeous 1080p 4.7 inches display on this wonderful HTC One, it's really a pleasure to run this Asphalt 7. Sorry guys, as you can see, I'm not really good in playing this Asphalt 7 game due to the fact that I need to use the accelerometer or gyroscope, to turn the car left and right. So maybe it's better if I stop here, so I won't bother you longer with this Asphalt 7 and my terrible performance. Okay, this was Asphalt 7. I mean, we have so many games to see, so it's definitely better to go a little bit faster. This one is Real Racing 3, made by Fire Monkeys, the same that developed the Need for Speed Most Wanted. A very nice game too. Both Need for Speed Most Wanted and this Real Racing Game 3 has a wonderful graphic, wonderful detailed texture, and very good 3D models for what concern cars. So let's see how does this HTC One behave on this Real Racing 3. So this is the Indianapolis Speed Motorway. Okay. So what you see here is some kind of track race, so we have just to get the maximum speed while getting out of this last turn. But maybe it's not the best way to show you the graphic of this Real Racing 3. So as soon as we finish this race, I will just show you something else quickly. Sorry guys. Let's see, continue another race. Okay, no service, no repairing, no friends inviting, and nothing else. Just let me play, please. Okay, so let's try the first track, which is maybe the most interesting one for what concern, graphic smoothness and all those kind of things. What do you want me to do here? Okay, let's go racing. Usually your Racing 3 is a very heavy game too, so on any recent Android device I could try this game on, the game was not completely smooth. Sometimes, like here, when showing the car buster, like here, as you can see, there's a little bit of frame loss, Nothing dramatic, but nevertheless it's not perfectly smooth. So this HTC One does no exception for what concerns frame losing during the game in certain situations. So that's it. This is Real Racing 3. As you can see, gorgeous graphic, very nice, especially while running on this wonderful full HD display on this HTC One. We have very good color reproduction and color saturation. The display is completely sharp, having 468 pixels per inch more or less density, which is a very high value indeed. Okay. As you can see, the game, although sometimes just lose some frames and it's not completely smooth, it's nevertheless enjoyable, and it's really a pleasure to being able to play this game on such a powerful device, even considering the dual front stereo speakers, which really makes you feel into the game. It's very good. Okay, this was Real Racing 3. This is the last band before the start, the finish line. Sorry, here we go. This was Real Racing 3. So let's go ahead and see which Buggy Blitz. This one was made by Buggy Unit as a showcase for the Tegra 3 hardware platform. Was later on ported on many other hardware platforms, but for what I can tell you, this game runs the best on Tegra 3. No way about this, but with this latest hardware architecture like the one we could find in HTC One, we won't have definitely any kind of problem in running this game. As you can see, we even have water drop effect. Anyway, the game, when it's not running on a Tegra 3 hardware platform, quite randomly just have a few starting here and there. So let's you expect to see some starting. The less famous word, the game is just running perfectly smooth right now. Not starting at all, the less famous word, as General Murphy would love to say, if anything can go wrong, it will. Okay. So I would say that the game is running very nice on this HTC One. So let's continue with the game, and now we will see Mighty Model Racing. Very nice game too, although we cannot set anything for what concern graphic details here, but you will see that the graphic is very nice nevertheless. So no complaint about graphic for this Mighty Model Racing. The dual front stereo speakers are really good. They really add, the feeling of being into the game. It's a very immersive experience, using these speakers while playing or watching a video or anything like this. So they are very good, at least very good to be a mobile device speakers, of course. Okay, as you can see, the game is running perfectly smooth, no problem at all, although the very nice dust effect. Moreover, the graphic details are nice. The display does really help in beautifying this game. Okay, this was Mini Motor Racing. So the next game I want to show you is Shine Runner, made by Vector Unit 2, so the same developers of Beach Buggy Blitz. And indeed we can set up the graphic details here, as you can see, already set to the maximum level. So let's play the game. So the graphic, it's very nice indeed, as you can see, and it's very smooth. Cannot tell you why, but it's not, although it's the same developers, Vector Unit of Beach Buggy Blitz, this game doesn't seem to suffer of the random stuttering that we could find on Beach Buggy Blitz. The game seems to be perfectly smooth all the time, and the graphic details are very nice too. If you just give a look to the nice water reflection effect, very nice. So this is really a game I suggest you to try, because it's a very nice. We have just once again, let's focus where we have a very small frame loss in the previous corner. Anyway, this was Shine Runner, quite a nice game indeed. Then let's go ahead and let's see the next game, which is That Trigger, one of my favorite game. Anxiously waiting for the continue, which is That Trigger 2. We would, it should come out on the market on February, but no way. So we're still waiting. Just to show you here, we have the graphic details set to the maximum level too. So let's start a game. This game is one of those games that run perfectly with the USB gamepad connected directly to the HTC One, because we don't have any kind of USB host problem with this HTC One. So I do really suggest you to try running these games like That Trigger, or even a few other games that I will show you in a few seconds with the gamepad, because it's really a pleasure. It's like playing on a small portable console. You can see the graphic is very nice, it's smooth. We have this very well implemented water drop effect. No problem for concern smoothness, and it's incredibly fast, this game on this device, as on many other Android devices, to be honest. But if you consider that we're running on a full HD screen, this is very good result. Okay, this was That Trigger. So let's go on and see Shadowgun Deadzone. Shadowgun Deadzone, was developed by the same developers of That Trigger. It's nothing but the multiplayer version for what concerns Shadowgun. This one does use the USB gamepad, so once more, do suggest you to try it, because this is a multiplayer game, so it's maybe it's better to have a very high responsiveness using the USB gamepad. Moreover, this game is quite nice because it's a cross-platform game, so you would have the possibility to play against your friends running, for instance, on iOS and devices like iPhone or iPad and so on. So let's spawn into the game. Just to give you an idea, I set up the graphic to the maximum graphic details, as you can see, high details. Let's spawn into the game. Here we go. You know, running at the maximum graphic details, we have sometimes some frame loss, but nothing too dramatic. And the game is perfectly enjoyable. The graphic details are incredible, really, at least to be on mobile devices. The graphic details are very, very high. Okay, I'm really a loser playing this game, sorry guys. I would definitely need a USB gamepad. I mean, I'm not a champion anyway, but at least I wouldn't be such a loser. Just last try, maybe I will be able to kill someone. At least one, please. No, no way. Oh, one kill. Okay, better stop there. Better stop here. So this was Shadowgun Deadzone, and the last game I want to show you is Virtua Tennis. This one was, you know, already optimized for the Qualcomm Snapdragon platform, so no problem at all with this HTC One. This game, maybe it's one of the best I've ever tried on Android, you know, supporting the USB gamepad. I mean, maybe they can ever, you know, be other games which even better support, but this one is incredible. Every single button on your USB gamepad, at least I tried the Xbox USB gamepad, works on this game. So very, very good. As you can see, the game is fast, smooth. The graphic, it's really enjoyable. No kind of problem. Okay. Okay, so if you like me like tennis, this is a very good game. Nice graphic, nice control. It's something that will really, you know, will keep you playing on and on. So okay. So this was Virtua Tennis. So for what concerns this dedicated focus on the gaming capabilities of this HTC One, that's all. I would say that the HTC One really behaved wonderfully while running games. Maybe even a little bit better, but just for few frames on respect of the Galaxy S4. So, for what concerns this dedicated focus, that's all. Once more, thanks for watching and bye from TechnoLost.